Morning, Rose. We're just starting on our backs this morning, just with your feet wide and knees together. Morning, Wendy. We're just starting on our backs this morning, so just feet wide and knees together when you're ready. So just taking a few moments, just at the start of class, just coming away from your day, beginning to draw your attention inwards. Maybe just start to notice your breath. Maybe follow it today. So just in through your nose, along the back of your throat, and then down into your belly. Maybe following both the inhale and the exhale. Just allow them to just even out a little. And then as your breath starts to get even, then just noticing your body and just how it's feeling this morning. Make any adjustments to your position to make yourself comfortable. And allow your body to soften towards the ground. So just start to feel the body heavy through your head and your neck, along the shoulders and down the arms, through your spine to your hips, and through the legs and feet. And then as your body starts to relax a little bit, just notice how you feel. Just trying to allow any thoughts that you have just to come and to go. So today we're going to be practicing a yoga for autumn this morning. And you know, hard as it is for me I concede that summer has well and truly gone. Autumn is here. But rather than feeling bad about the departing summer, I thought we'd embrace it by practicing a little bit of compassion today. So compassion is a great word and sentiment, both towards ourselves and towards others as well. And according to the Yoga Sutras, one way to purify the mind and increase serenity is to practice compassion. It's called karuna in Sanskrit. And compassion just means a shared feeling, a level of sympathy so deep that inspires action to alleviate others' pain or sorrow. So you can think about that today. And again, it's not just towards other people, it's also compassion to yourself. And you know how your body feels when you're practicing. If there are any niggles, then you know, be sympathetic to that and adjust your practice to suit that. So we'll move a little bit. So maybe take your knees apart and then walk your feet in so your feet are hip distance apart. And just feel your body on the ground. So in autumn, the kind of characteristics of autumn are that vata, so in Ayurveda, and it's kind of cold and dry. So we want to kind of alleviate that and warm up a little bit. So we're going to draw your right knee towards your chest, and you can take your hands just on top of that knee and extend the left leg away along the ground. And gently draw the right knee in and gently stretch the left leg away. So we're just stretching and releasing a little bit through the lower back, which tends to kind of, in autumn particularly, can feel a little bit stiff. And direct your breath to any areas that you do feel are a little bit tight here. Take one more deep inhale. Draw both knees in first this time, and then we'll keep the left knee in and lengthen the right leg away. And you can keep your right leg off the ground a little bit. You can lay it on the ground, but very gently drawing that left knee now towards your chest. And just a little stretch through kind of the lower back and the hips is where you should feel this. And then we'll draw the knees back in again. So just warming up through the center of your body a little bit. You can place your knees on the ground and your feet on the ground and stretch your arms out. And then on an inhale, we'll just lower the knees towards one side. And as you exhale, draw them back in. And you can stay with that. You could always pick your feet up and do it in this tabletop position, but just whatever suits you. So just on the inhale, move over to one side. And the exhale, draw it back into the center. And press strongly through your shoulders and your elbows here. So you're keeping the body down, but moving a little bit through the waistline more. So just warming up a little bit through the side body. And then if you just do one more of these, just to either side, and again, it's not a case of getting further over, but just trying to control the movement. And then when you're ready, we'll draw the knees back towards the center. And then we'll keep the knees just so that they're over your hips. You can flex your feet a little bit. And either keeping your upper body on the ground, or maybe lift your upper body and stretch your arms by your sides. We're going to do little toe taps just to warm up through your core. So deep inhale, and then as you breathe out, we'll just tap the toes down on one leg. As soon as the toe touches, it lifts back up and the other one goes down. So it's just quite a quick toe tap. Again, if it feels better, keep your body on the ground. You don't have to lift your upper body and work from there. But it's quite a quick kind of movement. And if you wanted a little bit more, you could also extend your leg away and it becomes more of a kind of a heel tap. Try and keep your lower back down and try and keep your breath quite flowing here. So definitely don't hold it. Well done. We'll just do a couple more of these. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly release the legs, release the upper body, draw the knees towards your chest, and maybe just take a little circle round in one direction with your knees. And then we'll go the other way. So just nice and gently pressing the lower back down as you do that. And then just when you're ready, we'll draw the knees back in, take your hands by the back of your thighs. So we're going to roll a little bit here, not too much, but just forward and back, just a couple of times. And then make your way up, just to sit down. And we're going to go directly to all fours today. So if you take your time, just coming round. Again, if it doesn't feel right once you come into all fours, then please make any adjustments to your position. But try and spread your hands directly under your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. And then when you're ready, on an inhale, we'll just drop the belly and pull the chest forwards. And then as you exhale, just rounding through your upper back and shoulders, draw the belly in. So just a few cat-cows here, just warming up through your spine a little bit. So in a sense, autumn also, as part of our yoga practice, gives us that idea of letting go. So, letting anything go that you don't need, that doesn't serve you well. And then just when you're ready, we'll start to move into a more neutral spine position. So draw your belly in. So do support yourself through your core as you move in here. And then on an inhale, you're either going to extend through your right leg only. And you could hold that there. And you could always go down onto your elbows if that felt better. And if you can, you're going to extend through the opposite arm as well. So you're just going to stretch from your fingers all the way down to your feet, just drawing the belly up and in. And then you can either stay here, or if you want to, you could bend through your right leg, reaching your left leg arm back. And if you want to, you could also take hold of the foot. But again, if it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. So pushing up and out of your right shoulder, turning your chest a little bit towards the left. Take one more deep inhale, and then release the hand forward and the leg back. From there, we're just going to place your left hand down, and then place your right foot down, but so that the inner part of your right foot is on the ground. So we're kind of coming into a little half plank position here. You might need to turn the toes of your left foot out a little bit, just so it acts like a little book stand. Or maybe you can reach up as it is through your right arm. Now with your right foot, you can keep it on the ground, or you can maybe lift your right foot off the ground and then stretch that right arm overhead a little. Good, one more deep inhale, not stay there long. Take your hand down, take your knee down, and move back into that cat-cow. So again, on an inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. And on the exhale, rounding back in. We'll do that again, so just nice and slowly. So inhale, pull forwards. And on the exhale, rounding in. And again, make any changes to any of these positions. So when we practice compassion, we want to try and look after our bodies and our minds as much as we possibly can. We move back into the center, so again, draw your belly in, and this time we'll extend through your left leg. Again, you can have it on the ground, you can lift it up, it's entirely up to you, but try and keep fairly level through your hips. And then maybe extend through the opposite arm. Again, just what it feels like. Try not to dip down in your low back. Excellent. Take one more deep inhale. And then if you want to, bend your left leg. And then reach back. Maybe grab hold of that left foot. Maybe start to turn around a little bit towards the right with your shoulder and your chest. Push your foot into your hand. Take one more deep inhale, release the hand, release the leg, so stretch it away, and then place your right hand down. So again, we're coming in this variation of Vashisthasana, so our plank pose, so you might want to turn the foot, you might want to put your left foot down, so it's the inside of the foot that goes down, and then reach up through your left hand. Again, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. And then maybe lift your left foot off the ground, reach your left arm away, but just if it feels right. Okay, one more deep inhale. Release the hand, release the foot. Bring the knee back in and come back in to all fours. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to stretch a little bit through your shoulders. So on an inhale here, we'll keep on your right hand, just lift your left arm up. So you just kind of stretch it up a little bit. And then on the exhale, just feed it underneath. So we're not touching the ground there. So again, on the inhale, reach and open through the arm. And on that exhale, bring it back down. Do that one more time. So inhale, reach and open. And on the exhale, take it down. But this time we'll take it all the way under. And if it feels right, lower your head down. So the side of your head goes to the side. Your right hand on the ground, maybe stretch your right hand away. And just stretching in that shoulder. Again, if it doesn't feel right, please don't do it. Okay, take one more deep inhale. Come back up again. So slowly press yourself back up. Make sure you're still in a kind of level position with your hands, with your knees. And on the inhale, we'll reach and open through your right arm. And then on the exhale, take it under. Again, inhale, reach, open through your chest, stretch the arm up. Exhale, moving under. Do that one more time. So inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, we'll come under. And this time again, maybe lower yourself down onto that shoulder. Maybe stretch your left arm away. Well done. Take one more deep inhale. And then slowly walk your hand back in, push yourself back up, and bring the hands underneath your shoulders again. Good, well done. Okay, from here, we're going to move a little bit. So you can either stay in this position. In fact, I'll show you it here, and then we'll go into down dog if you want to. You don't have to. So we're going to lift your right leg up again. And flexing your foot, you're going to take it over towards the left side a little. Now, you can stay there. That might be enough, okay? If you want to, you could tuck your toes under on the left foot and then push up to a single leg down dog. And it's exactly the same position with your legs. So we're just stretching through that hip. Okay, take one more deep inhale. Wherever you are, you're going to step your right foot up towards the top. So whether you're in down dog, whether in your all fours, just step it through. And you can lower your back knee if you want. Hands either on blocks or on fingertips, lift your chest forwards. And then again, on an inhale, we'll reach up with the arms. So again, I'm going to give you a choice here, so you can stay here with your arms lifted. You could also tuck your toes under on the back leg and press up to that high lunge. You do not have to, and don't feel that you need to. Okay, take one more deep inhale. We'll release the hands down towards the ground. If you've got your back knee lowered, you might want to lift that up now. And then we'll bend in the back leg and step towards the top. As you inhale here, lengthening forwards. And then on the exhale, just folding back in towards your legs. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, hands meet the heart. Okay, inhale, reaching back up with your arms. On the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll just step back just to downward facing dog here. Now again, either stay here or maybe lower. In fact, we'll all lower our knees down. We'll come and sit from here, and then you've at least got a choice when you're there. So hands under the shoulders, knees under your hips. Draw your belly in. And then lift up through your left leg. So you just lift your left leg, flex it, and we push it over a little bit so it's moving over towards that right side. Again, stay here or tuck the toes on your right leg under and push up to that single leg down dog. So again, it's your option. You just need to work, but it feels right. And you know, that is compassion in itself. And then when you're ready, we'll step through. So whether you're on your knee or you're not, step that left leg through to the front. Okay. When you get there, again, lower your back knee, flatten out your foot maybe, and reach your arms up. Okay, so again, stay here if it feels better for you, or tuck your toes under on the back leg and lift the back knee up off the ground. So coming into this higher kind of lunge position, but just whatever feels right. Take one more deep inhale. Release the hands to the ground if you've got them up. Lift your back knee off the ground if you've got it down. Bend your back leg and step up towards the top of your mat. As you inhale, lengthen forwards. On the exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay, inhale, reaching back up with the arms. Exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll step back, downward facing dog. And when you step back this time, I want you to widen your feet a little bit. So your feet are a little bit further apart from one another. And then as you inhale, we're going to bend through your right leg and press your left heel down a little bit. Push up and out of your shoulders, draw your belly in. And then we'll just change sides. So we'll bend through the left leg, pressing down through the right heel a little. And then this time you lift both heels and then press both heels down again. Well done. Okay, from there, when you're ready, we'll lift both heels up again and we'll step to the top. We'll step up quite wide. So if you step to the outside of your hands And we're coming in for a wide kind of forward fold here, not super wide and as Prasarita, but kind of mat distance apart with your feet. Bend your knees a lot, let the upper body fold forwards. And then as you inhale here, we'll lengthen forwards, so coming up to that halfway position. On the exhale, just folding back in towards your legs. So just working in that lower back release again. So on the inhale, lengthen forwards. And as you exhale, just folding back in again. Good, we'll do that one more time. So inhale, lengthen forwards. And on the exhale, fold back in. This time as you know, we're going to bend the knees and we're just going to kind of come up like a rag doll. So you're going to pull your belly in, slowly bring yourself all the way back up to the top. And then release the arms down by your side. And you can bring your feet in now. So bring your feet in, maybe hip distance, because we're going to do a little bit of work on Utkatasana, chair pose. So you have to have your feet too close together. So when you're ready, as you inhale here, we're going to reach the arms forward, just coming into chair. Again, if that doesn't suit you, just bring your palms towards your heart. But think weight slightly back on your heels, that tailbone tucked under. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to reach back. So you're going to reach your right arm back and your left arm forward. And then bring back into the center. So we'll change sides, so we'll reach back through your left arm. And then on the exhale to the center. Do that again. So inhale, reaching back. Exhale, center. And one more time, reaching back. And exhale to the center. Good. Okay, well done. From here, we'll just fold forwards a little bit. On the inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, fold back in. On the inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, we'll bring the palms together in front of your heart. And we're going to keep going with just a little kind of variation on a sun salutation here. So feet together or a little bit apart, whatever suits you. As you inhale, we'll just reach with the arms. And we're going to bring the palms together at the top here. And on the exhale, we're just going to move over towards the right a little bit. So just that little side stretch. Okay, bring it back to the center. And then we'll take it the other way. Now move back into the center. And this time as you inhale, we're going to come to chair. So we're going to bend the knees, we're going to reach the arms. And then we're going to reach back. So you're going to reach back with your right arm, bring it back into the center. Reach back with your left arm, back into the center. And then fold forwards towards your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. So we'll do that again. So inhale, reaching up with your arms. As you exhale, move over to the right a little. Good. Inhale, back into the center. As you exhale, take it over to the side a little. Inhale, back into the center. And then we'll come into that chair. So bend the knees, reach the arms. And then when you're ready, reach back with your right arm. Inhale back into the center. Reach back with the left arm. Bring it back into the center. And then on the inhale, fold forwards towards your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay, let's do that again. So inhale, reaching up with your arms. On the exhale, move over to the right a little bit. Inhale, back into the center. Exhale, take it over. Inhale to the center. When you're ready, bend your knees, reach the arms. And then reach back with your right arm. Move back to the center. Reach with the left. Bring it back into the center. Okay, fold forwards towards your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Maybe just closing your eyes down. just noticing how your body feels, noticing your breath, and noticing where your mind goes. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release the hands and open the eyes. So we're going to do our balanced posture now. So if you want to, you can use a wall here. I'm going to give you a choice again, still about being compassionate towards yourself. So you're either going to come in and do tree, which we practiced last week, and you want to come in and try that again, then do that. So we're going to stand on your right leg, and you'll be bringing your left heel towards the ankle, up towards the thigh, or a little bit further up. If you want to try it, we're going to come in for a variation on it. So we're going to grab hold of your left foot, and we're going to move it up towards kind of the crease of that right leg. So we just gently draw it in, and using your right hand, kind of take it so that you're on the front part of your foot, and then with your left hand, you can bring your hand to your heart, or you can take it around the back and grab hold of what you can grab. So if you can grab the other arm, then you can do that. So either tree or this little variation on lotus. And try wherever you are to imagine that you're pushing kind of out of the ground. So you're really steady on the ground, but you're rising up and out of it. So spread the toes, pull your belly in to use your core. Relax the shoulders. Well done. We'll take one more deep inhale, and we'll slowly release. You can release the hand first, and then maybe release your toes, and bring your feet back together, and bring your palms together in front of your heart. And again, just notice your feet on the ground. Notice how your leg feels. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release the hands and open the eyes. So we'll come in and we'll try the other side. And again, you don't have to do the same thing on the other side. So if you want to, again, take your feet maybe about hip distance apart, spread your toes and get that feeling of pulling in towards the center. And then maybe just bringing your heel just towards that ankle. Again, any problems with the knee, I probably wouldn't do the lotus variation one. But if you want to, you can grab hold of it. So you can take hold of it with both hands and then take that left hand just into the front of your foot. Draw it up towards the crease of your thigh. Allow the knee to drop down. Bring your hand towards your heart, or maybe take your hand behind you and maybe try and reach for that arm, just bringing a little bit of a bind into it. Taking the hand behind your back also helps you to kind of open the chest a little bit, and so we're not kind of round down. We'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, release anything you've got with that right hand. Release the foot. Bring your feet together and bring your palms towards your heart. You press your thumbs just gently against your sternum just to have that connection. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release the hands and open the eyes. So we'll move in, we'll do our standing postures now. Grab a block if you feel that it's going to help you. We will be doing a posture or two. We are going to do a side plank here. So again, use the variation that we did at the very beginning of the class, where you have your foot and your knee down if you want to. I'll give you some other variations as well. But when you're ready, we'll move up towards the top of your mat. We'll have the feet either together or a little bit apart. We'll do a little sun salutation to go into it. Again, if you want to skip it, that is fine. And you're going to be stepping back with your left leg to warrior one if you want to go there. But when you're ready, we'll inhale, we'll reach the arms up. On the exhale, we'll move over to the right again. So just taking it over, back into the center. Take it over to the left. So we'll do that little chair as well. So move back into the centre. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms, bend the knees. And then on the exhale, reach back with that right arm. Okay, bring it back into the centre. Reaching back with the left arm. Okay, back into the centre. And then as you exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. On the inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll step to plank and lower down. Just if you want to, you can always move straight to down dog. So cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So when you're ready, we're going to step your right foot through. So if you step your right foot up, we're coming into warrior one. So we'll spin the heel of the back leg and start to move into that warrior one position. So reaching with the arms, if that feels okay, bending in your front leg. And again, turning in the toes of your back leg. So you've got that movement of the shoulders and the hips round towards the front. Now you can stay there. We're going to come in for Garudasana arms here. You don't have to do it. But if you want to, you could stretch your arms out and then bringing your right arm just underneath the left. Either just take hold of your shoulders, maybe take that right hand to the bottom of your left elbow or come in for the bind, whatever feels right. And you can stay here. If you want a little bit more, you could start to lift the elbows up and then maybe lean back a little bit, but you do not have to. If it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. Okay, take one more deep inhale here. We'll slowly lower the elbows back down and then we'll unravel the arms. Maybe reach them up for a moment just to let that blood flow back down. And then when you're ready, we'll move to warrior two. So we're just slowly spiraling the body round to warrior two. Make any adjustments to your feet here. So if you want to widen them or move the position of them, then do so. Try and make sure the inner thighs are drawing in and that front knee is pulling out a little bit. Okay, take one more deep inhale here. We're going to reverse this. So we'll turn the right hand up towards the ceiling. Take your left hand down your back thigh and then lift and open up through that chest and the side body. Now only look up if it feels right for your neck as well. And then take a deep inhale. We're going to move to side angle now. So we're kind of moving forward, keeping that idea of space. Taking that right forearm towards your leg or down towards a block of the floor. Reach up with your left arm first and then maybe stretch it overhead. So getting that feeling of stretching all the way up through the side of your body. Good. Well done. And it's a little rotation again, remember. So the chest is rotating up towards the ceiling a little bit. Okay, take one more deep inhale. And then from here, you could move your hands down towards the ground if you can. Turn on the toes of your back leg and come into a lunge position. So we are going to move back to plank here. So again, you could step back and then lower your knees if you want to, or you can stay in plank. And we're going to come into side plank. So if you're coming in, the right knee is going to bend down towards the ground. Your left leg could extend away, so you've got it flat on the ground, like you did before, and then lift up. And then maybe stretch that arm overhead. And again, if you want a little bit more, keep your knee off the ground, stack your feet if you can, or maybe just have your left foot just slightly in front of your right foot, makes it a little bit easier. So knee down would be the easiest. Okay, one more. Deep inhale. Maybe reach back up now with your left arm and then take the left hand to the ground. If your knees are not already lowered, you could lower them, but we're going to lower all the way down. So bend the elbows, lower yourself down to the ground, bring your arms round, release a little bit through your hips. And maybe take a deep breath in and sigh it out your mouth as well. So just letting go. There's a famous saying by Rumi, which is, be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. So another way of saying that we're letting go of what we don't need. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to come in and do a little bit on Cobra here. So we'll bring the hands down by your shoulders, so maybe just slightly in front, draw the elbows in. You take your feet at distance and spread your toes so that your kneecaps lift a little bit off the ground. Now, if you want to, we're going to do a little variation, which is lifting one leg here. So we're going to pull the belly in, deeply inhale, and then lift your chest and lift one leg up off the ground. As you exhale, lower back down. And then we change legs. So on the inhale, just lifting through that leg, lift your chest. And exhale, lower back down. So do that again. So inhale, lifting up. You don't have to lift high here. Think more about pulling the chest forwards. Do that again. And drawing your shoulders down your back. So rather than looking for any degree of height, start to pull the shoulders back and lift the chest. And we'll do this one more time. And release down. And maybe bring your hands back round. Just relax a little bit there. So from here, we'll start to make our way back up. So maybe hands under the shoulders, maybe just push up onto your knees here. You can always walk your knees back in again. And then we'll tuck the toes under. And we'll press the hips up high. So maybe pedal your feet out a little bit, maybe give your head a little shake. Maybe let that breath go. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, we'll lift your heels, look to your hands, and either step or walk towards the top. So just whatever suits you. Maybe still have your feet hip distance. And on an inhale, we'll lengthen forwards. As you exhale, just fold back in towards your legs. On the inhale here, reach up. And as you exhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Again, maybe just closing your eyes down, just noticing how you feel. Okay, we'll open the eyes, release the hands. So we'll come in, we'll just do the other side from here. So again, feet either together or a little bit apart. As you inhale, reaching up with your arms. On the exhale, maybe move over to the left first this time. So take over to the left. Inhale back into the center. As you exhale, take it over towards the right. Move back into the center. Okay, when you're ready, inhale, bend your knees, so reach the arms. And on the exhale, we'll reach back with the left arm first. So left arm for right arm back. Move into the center. We'll do that again the other way. So just reaching back. Okay, move into the center. And then when you're ready on your exhale, just fold forwards towards your legs. As you inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll step back to plank. Again, you could skip this if you want, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. And as you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Again, maybe take a deep breath in and maybe sigh out your mouth. Okay, so this time we'll use the left leg. So stepping through with your left leg, moving up to warrior one again. So we'll spin on the heel of your back leg and start to rise up into that warrior one position. So reaching with your arms, if that feels okay, maybe looking up. Turn the toes of your back leg in. Be even through your feet and rotate round a little bit through your hips. And either stay here or maybe come back in and do that Garadasta arms again. So left arm underneath the right this time. So maybe just to your shoulders, maybe to the base of your elbow, or maybe coming in for that little wrap. So feel the squeezing of your shoulder blades together. Stay here or start to lift your elbows and move back a little bit. Again, if it doesn't feel right, and if you lose anything in your legs, come back out of that and work the legs more, rather than trying to work through these arms. Okay, take one more deep inhale, and then slowly bring your elbows back down if you've got them lifted. Release the arms, maybe reach back up again. Again, just allowing things to move back down again. And then when you're ready, we'll move to warrior two. So slowly spiraling around, sort your feet, sort the legs. So draw this knee back, draw this hip back a little bit. Maybe look along your front hand. And try and squeeze the shoulders a little bit at the back, just gently to open your chest. So once more, we'll reverse it. So left hand up towards the ceiling, right hand back towards that thigh, and then lift. Maybe look up towards your hand, but still strongly drawing the inner thighs in and still pushing equally through your feet. So keeping the sense of space that we're creating here, move forward. So we're coming in for side angle again. So maybe that forearm towards the thigh. So we're not kind of collapsing, but we're staying more lifted. Maybe the hand towards a block of the floor, reach up with your top hand and then stretch it overhead. So creating that long line, that long stretch all the way down through the side of your body, but still rotating up. So still turning the chest a little bit. Excellent. Okay. From here, we'll start to come back up. So slowly come back up again. Just come to warrior two here, first of all. And then from here, we'll take your hands back down towards the ground. So once more, turning on the toes of your back leg. And again, we'll step back to plank. So we're going to come in again for this side plank. So you could have your knees lowered already, or you could be in plank, whatever you choose. If you want to lower your left knee now, then do that. Otherwise, we kind of rotate onto the sides of your foot, so the outer edge of your left foot, reaching up through that right arm. Maybe take that arm overhead if you feel like, and lift your waistline a little bit, lift your hips. And again, always lower down through the knee and through the foot, if that helps you. You don't have to stretch that arm overhead either. Just work where it feels right. Excellent. Okay, one more deep inhale. We'll release the hand down. Again, lower the knees if you would like, or bend your elbows and lower down towards the ground. And when you get there, take a well-earned rest. So arms round, legs a little bit apart, maybe move your hips. Well done. We're going to come in for one more round of that cobra. So if you bring your hands back in again, have your feet about hip distance apart once more. So really draw the shoulders down before you even start and pull the elbows towards the side of your body. Again, you have to lift one leg. But again, on an inhale, lift your chest, maybe lift one leg up. And on the exhale, release back down. So do that again. So inhale, draw the shoulders back, lift your chest. And exhale to lower. And do that a couple more times. So just in your own time. It's nice and easy. Well done. I'm just finishing that off. So you want to do a couple more, then that's fine. If you've had enough, you can rest down. And we'll bring the arms back round and we'll lower the head back down. Maybe bend your knees and move your legs side to side a little bit just to release the lower back. And then once more, we'll come back up again. So just hands under your shoulders. Maybe just push yourself up onto your knees again. And you can walk your knees forward now and just come into a sitting position. So we're going to just sit with your feet in front of you. So just come into Dandasana first of all. So again, we're still kind of concentrating on the hips and the lower back release. But if you come into Dandasana, which is our staff pose, so you're going to sit onto your sit bones. Feet together or a little bit apart. Bend your knees if you need to, but try and flex your feet a little bit. And then relax the shoulders down your spine and bring the hands just in, kind of beside your hips, really. And try and activate all of the muscles in your body. So feel them all engaging. So from the back of your legs up through your spine. And then keep that feeling. And we're just going to move your right leg just out to the side a little. So it's just going to come to the side, not too far. And then we're going to move in for a little kind of variation on Janu Shirshasana. So it's a side stretching variation rather than that forward fold. So we're going to keep your right leg where it is, and we're going to bend your left foot in, so just towards the inner thigh here. And then we'll turn our attention towards the right leg, and you can either just lay your arm just along that right leg, so in either side of it or on top of it, wherever it feels right. And then from here, so it's a side stretching, so if you think about your shoulder, your rib cage and your chest moving up towards the ceiling, we're going to reach up through that left arm, and you can either take your left hand around your back of your head, so you could just use that to kind of draw the elbow back, draw the chest open, or you could reach it overhead, and that might give you more of that sensation of that side stretch, but just whatever feels best. So, you know, a shorter arm will be a little bit easier, this will be a little bit more challenging, but just breathing into it. It's not a terribly relaxing posture, but you know, try and find some sense of ease in it. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. We'll slowly release that left hand and then release the right hand. Now we're going to keep the legs as they are, so we're going to come in for a little twist here. So if you now take your left hand just onto your right thigh or your right knee, and then take your right hand so it goes behind you a little, and then just gently draw yourself around towards the right. So it's just a little kind of seated stretch. Just while we're here, we may as well. Okay, take one more deep inhale, and then slowly make your way back towards the center. So to do the other side, we'll come into Tadasana first, so stretch your legs out in front of you, sit up nice and tall again. Relax the shoulders, lift through the crown of your head and feel all the muscles start to re-engage. And then take your left leg and place it out to the side a little bit. Good, not too wide. And then with your right leg, bend it in, so bring that sole of the foot just towards the side leg a little. And then turn your body just a little bit so you're kind of towards that left leg. So with the left arm, either lay it inside or outside the leg, wherever it feels right, maybe on top of the leg, maybe even grabbing your foot. And then with your right arm, stretch it up, and then either just take it behind your head, and then use that to pull your shoulder and your elbow back, or maybe reach that arm over. And start to feel the breath moving towards the side of your body. So moving up that side and expanding it a little bit. Well done. Take one more deep inhale and then slowly release through your right arm and your left arm. So we'll come back in for that twist. So taking your right hand now just onto the knee or the thigh, wherever you can reach. Left hand behind you. And again, just gently draw yourself round towards the left. Well done. Okay, slowly make your way back towards the center. This time release both legs. So again, back into Tadasana for one last time. So for our last little seated stretch here, we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. So again, another way of getting into it can be from Dandasana, and then we do the same thing but with both legs. So you take your right leg out, you take your left leg out. And again, keep that feeling of Dandasana. Once you're there though, you might want to sit on a block. You might want to grab a towel or something. You might just want to move kind of the fleshy parts out of the way to allow you to move forward. And if you've got a block and you can use it in front of you as well, then great. If you feel it's helpful, reach up on your inhale and then move forward. If it's not, then you can just fold down to any degree. And when you get there again, don't force it, but try to get into a position where you feel the stretch, but you can relax in it. So it's not to the extent that it's too much. And again, with a little bit of time, our muscles tend to relax a little bit. So it might feel a bit tight when you get in there, but maybe after a few breaths, it starts to relax. And just allow it to soften. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale, and when you're ready, just slowly and gently start to make your way back up. Just take your time. And then just maybe bend your legs, bring them in front, and you can move them a little bit side to side, whatever feels right. So we're going to move down onto your mat now. So if you want to, you could use a block for our bridge, or you can just come in to bridge, whatever suits you. But to get down there, maybe bring your bottom towards your heels and release yourself down. So starting with your feet hip distance, again, if you are using the block, just lift your hips, place the block underneath. Otherwise, when you're ready, lift your hips up and just keep lifting until you get to the point where you feel it's right for you. So maybe middle or upper back. If you get onto your shoulders, maybe start to tuck the shoulders underneath your back and maybe clasp your hands, but just wherever it feels right. And just breathing deeply there. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly release that. So again, if you've got hold of your hands, then release them and slowly release yourself all the way down. If you've got block, remove it. So from here, we're going to come in for a little recline twist. We're going to do Dandasana legs today. If you don't want to do that, then please feel free just to move both legs to the left. Otherwise, we'll keep your left foot on the ground, lift your right leg up, and you can either just wrap over at the thighs. So that would be enough. So you just wrap the top thigh right over the bottom thigh to give us that little wrap. If you want to, you could then take your right foot and hook it around the back of your left calf. Again, if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. Stretch your arms and drop both legs over towards the left. Okay, when you're ready, we'll slowly make our way back into the center. Unravel your legs. Take them hip distance, and we'll do it the other way. So again, lifting your left foot up, wrap it over the top of your right leg. Maybe take your right foot, left foot even, behind the back of your right calf, and then drop both legs over to the right. Again, if it doesn't feel right, then don't bother with the wrap. Okay, when you're ready, slowly make your way back into the middle. Unwrap your legs. Maybe give them a little movement side to side. And then we are going to move into Shavasana now. So if you do want to put socks or jumpers or anything on, please do that. Take your time, but keep yourself warm. And when you're ready, you just make your way down. But take your time if you're still getting ready, don't worry. Maybe close your eyes, if that suits you, and start to breathe easy. Start to feel your body relax and your mind open. Imagine that you're standing on the edge of the woods. It's a crisp, cool autumn day. The sky is overcast, but the warmth of the sun is coming through. You take a deep breath. There's a wood fire burning somewhere. It smells like home. You step onto the trail, and as you walk on the soft, rich earth, dry leaves crunch at your feet. You're walking under a canopy of trees. The trees are all different colours: red, orange, yellow, and green. You stop for a moment and stand very still. All you hear is the sound of your own breath. A red leaf falls at your feet. You think about picking it up, but decide to leave it where it is and continue on your way. As you walk, dry leaves crunch underneath. You come upon a log that's fallen across your path. You step on top of it, standing for a moment on its thick brown bark. All you hear is the sound of your own breath. An orange leaf falls at your feet. You leave it where it is and continue on your way. It's a little brighter now. More leaves have fallen here, letting more light stream through the trees. You stop for a moment and stand very still. All you hear is the sound of your own breath. A yellow leaf falls at your feet. You leave it where it fell and continue on your way. As you walk, dry leaves crunch underneath. The smell of the wood fire is getting stronger now. Through the bare branches, you see smoke moving across the sky. You stop for a moment and stand very still. All you hear is the sound of your own breath. A green leaf falls at your feet. You leave it where it is and continue on your way. As you walk, dry leaves crunch underneath. You see the end of the trail. You're almost there. Dry leaves crunch underneath. You reach the end of the trail. There's a log cabin before you, smoke billowing from its chimney. You walk to the cabin, open the front door, and step into a warm room. All you hear is the crackle of the roaring fire. When you're ready, we'll take a deep inhale through your nose. And then we'll just sigh out your mouth. So we'll do that again. So deeply inhaling through your nose. And then just let it go. And then we'll start to move a little bit. So just through your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet. And maybe take your arms and stretch overhead. So you're stretching from your hands all the way down to your toes. And then bringing your arms back over, maybe bend your knees. And you can either keep your feet on the floor or draw your knees to your chest and just move a little. If you'd like, you can roll over onto your side or stay on your back, whatever suits. And then just when you're ready, we'll start to make our way up to sitting. So maybe keeping your eyes closed as you come up. Just take your time. And then when you're ready, we'll just find a comfortable seat. And just bring your palms together just in front of your heart. So just leaving a little gap just to signify an openness in your heart. So thank you so much for coming along and practicing with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the autumnal practice that we did. Namaste. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Any questions at all, then just ask. You can unmute yourself now.